Pretty good first approximation, I'll tell you.
No,
okay, we're now doing science by revelation.
Lawrence,
but,
before you go, I'm
yeah.
just wondering, because I have a question about this.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that one day far in the future we encounter some alien civilization and they say, hey, show us what you've done to understand the universe, and we bring out our math books with all our theorems and physics, and they turn to them and say, math, we tried that. Yeah, it takes you just so far. And the real way to do it is like this.
I would say that whatever that real way is not manifest to us at this moment. And until that day happens, where an alien tells us how backwards we are, all I can say is that the math that we did invent out of our human brain, as you surely know, Eugene Wigner said, the unreasonable effectiveness of mathematics in describing the universe, the fact that it works at all is sufficient enough for me.
But here I want to have a note.
Just because you still can't figure out your string theory, don't come crying to me. Don't come crying to me because you can't figure it out.
No, in fact,
You got him started. See, you got him started.
Said don't get me started.
Don't get him started.
No, but I want to go on record.
He warned you not to get him started.
Yeah, I know, I told you. But I want to go on record. I want to go on record, and this is a momentous occasion, I want to go on record as agreeing with Brian.
Is anybody keeping the record?
But no, in the sense that it is fascinating if you're a theoretical physicist to wonder when you find something fascinating, whether some mathematical formalism fascinating, whether it's a property of our brains or whether it's a property of the universe, and we just don't know. I think is the answer. If string
right,
theory
but
looks
let me
straight,
ask you a question. I find it slightly confusing because Neil, you describe math as something that we create. So why is it the thing that we create is somehow intrinsic to the universe?
Isn't that awesome?
Our description.
it's remarkably surprising. It is surprising.
I don't lose sleep over that. I celebrate it.
It's a good thing. I celebrate it too.
Yeah, but it is a question. There may be limitations in understanding the universe because of the way our brains work, and I think
that's surely the case. That's surely the case.
And for Republicans, it's already happened. But no, but seriously, that's an interesting question, and we really have to wonder about that. And if you're again working as some of us are at the forefront of physics, you wonder at some point when it's going to end.
It's some Republicans.
Yeah.
Well, but to the questioner's question, I wouldn't worry about the possibility that mathematics is going to turn out to be ineffective in describing the universe, and use that as a reason to not keep practicing. And press on.
That's right. Okay, next question.
Could be an engineering perspective.
Yeah, no, there you go. Excellent. Next question from Joel. What do you believe or hope will be the most significant scientific advancement over the next few decades? And I know I have a pat answer to this, but I'll wait to see if anyone else has one. No?
We don't know what the next most significant scientific discovery is going to be, for crying out loud.
Well, exactly. The point I always say, if I knew what
why
it would
are
be...
you guys exploring Mars? What are you going to find there? We don't know. That's why we're going.
Yeah, that's
Crying out loud.
great. And as a...
Wait. That's not
go
fair.
on.
Wait. No, there are two kinds of exploration. One of them is, I have no idea what I'm looking for, but maybe I'll find it when I see it.
Okay.
Another kind of explanation.
You can't argue with him. I've learned it.
Another kind of exploration is we think we know what's going on and we want to test our hypotheses. That's another kind of exploration. And one of them is there life somewhere else? We know there's life in at least one place in the universe, and that's called Earth. So what I want to do is go to the frozen surface of Jupiter's moon Europa, cut a hole, go ice fishing down there, put a submersible, see if something swims up to the camera and licks the lens. That's what I want to look for.
Yeah.
Look for life.
I'm with you.
Life.
But Neil, you were looking for something. When was the last time you just went, I hope to discover something? No, you're always looking for something.
No, but whenever we look for
bad.
something, we are often surprised. And I think that the point is that if we really could anticipate the progress of science, it almost, in some sense, wouldn't be worth doing, because it means we'd already kind of know where we're going and what the answers are. And I think so when people ask me, what's the next great thing, I say, if I knew, I'd be doing it right now. And so I think there is this sense we are driven by questions, interesting questions, but often those questions lead us to answers that lead to more interesting questions that are totally different than the ones we came up with.
I say not just often, but most times.
Yeah, so I think that...
But you can say something about the question which you really would wish to know the answer to. And, I mean, for me, it would be what's consciousness? Because that's totally baffling.
Richard, you know what I think?
I agree.
Not that you asked, but what I think on this is consciousness has kind of baffled us for a while, okay? And evidence that we haven't a clue about what consciousness is drawn from the fact of how many books are published on the topic, right? We're not really continuing to publish books, not really, on like Newtonian physics. It's done, all right? So the fact that people keep publishing books on consciousness is the evidence we don't know anything about it, because if we knew all about it, you wouldn't have to keep publishing. So what I wonder, Richard, is whether there really is no such thing as consciousness at all, and that there's some other understanding of the functioning of the human brain that renders that question obsolete.
To that, I've got to say, like, oh, wow.
Perfect. Okay.
And am I like thinking, or am I just like thinking that I'm thinking? Wow.
Will you stop with that?
Richard, we went decades not understanding the precession of Mercury. It was this big mystery, and we invented solutions to it, like a mysterious planet Vulcan tugging on it such that its perihelion precessed. And that wasn't the explanation at all. It was obviously general relativity, another thing, not the original question we were asking. So you say you want to know what consciousness is. Maybe that's not even the right question.
How about this? What's the nature of consciousness?
Excellent. Okay, let's move on. Actually, Tracy, I think I want to direct this one to you.
Who's you?
To Tracy. That's not Neil.
I'll be happy.
Okay.
Get back.
Okay, it says here, science has recently become somewhat trendy, popping up in the show The Big Bang Theory or in I Beep Loving Science on Facebook.
She's here.
I know she's here. Okay. Often the focus is not actually on the science, but making entertainment out of science. Is this ultimately good for science, do you think? So I think you have a perspective on that.
Yeah, I do. I don't think when it's done well, it's diminishing the science or the scientists for that matter. I think that what is really spectacular is when you can take high-level science and apply storytelling and all kinds of things that we know help people learn about a subject. I mean, we learned in, again, broadcast news. I was with ABC News for many years, and if anyone said, well, we must do that story because it's very, very important, we knew that was just death because, eat your peas journalism or eat your peas writing, you must know this because it's important, is just, it's never going to light a fire in people's imaginations, children or adults. So I don't think it's turning, entertainment is not a bad word, as long as you continue to preserve and communicate the real stuff, the real science. And that's the philosophy we apply to this. We didn't want to do, nod to science and then go off and tap dance. I mean, it was really engaging with the material, but recognizing that sometimes this stuff is really hard. And you need to write it well, act it well, and
produce it well. And I have to say, you do a great job of producing. I think you really do.